All right. Yeah, let's go ahead. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to week 6 of our lesson series. This week, we're focused on patience, right? So, again, very simple concept. I'm going to go a little bit deeper as far as the intraday and long-term. Again, this takes many different forms. Thus, we're going to go over the methods that we can to build these habits for long-term success, making sure you're not getting stressed out over a week of losses. This is where that long-term patience is going to get into play. So, starting off, just to go over quickly what you guys can expect, right? First, waiting for our setups. All right, this is the intraday patience. We are looking to embody every single day. We don't want to be forcing any trades, nothing like that. Next, figuring out where and when the work for trading should be done, right? Exploring how to aim for success before the market opens. After that, long-term success and what your expectations should be, where they should be set at for the future of your career as a day trader. And then just last little final notes, some question answering from you guys. So, hopefully all that makes sense. Getting straight into that first section, waiting for the proper setups. Now, starting from square one, waiting for our proper setup. This is by far the most crucial step for anyone looking to pass these accounts and see some long-term profitability. But it makes itself so important by being something we are actively doing every single day. Many of today's lesson points are more passive habits, right? Meaning it's mostly avoiding something rather than actually doing something, right? Avoiding the bad habits rather than, partaking in something that you're actively doing, right? Now, however, with waiting for our setup, we are only entering the market when we see our setup clearly, right? This is what I mean by actively doing something. So you have to be able to stay calm through your day. No judgment calls like we talked about last week, right? We don't want to be, getting a little anxious when, we do take the trade and it goes in drawdown, or we think that it's almost a setup, so we force the trade, right? Those were something we talked about last week and the week prior. But, as a quick recap, if we're looking for a setup that has no holes in it, there's judgment calls, right? It just ensures that we're not forcing that trade, right? So those judgment calls to make sure that our strategy is 100% lined up, and we look at the setup the market's given us. We're not trying to force anything. As you can see, I kind of have just a few little small examples pulled up there on the slideshow, right? That 100% certainty, we are doomed to fail. We know this because then that is leading to inconsistencies. Less is more. Many, many times, if you are stepping away from the market, holding cash, not placing trades, that's going to lead you to be a better trader in the future because you're not putting yourself at risk, right? Now, these are all parts of having patience in our system and allowing the market to give us the trades, not us forcing the trades. Remember, patience intraday is mostly not forcing the trades, making sure we actually take the ones that are given to us. Okay, so again, hopefully all that makes sense. This is kind of just a reminder. I know most of you guys already know this, but when you enter that market, be calm. Know that this is a long-term game. Just wait. We don't need to force anything. So moving right into the next one. Where's the work done? Now, this is a question that I have asked myself a lot, and I've actually seen a lot of people do wrong more than anything, really, right? So, and again, fairly simple question, where's the work done? But ask yourself, is it done while the market is open, right? When the market's open, you're live trading, is that when the work is really done? Not really, right? Because that if you feel like you're working really hard while the market's open, you're probably doing too much, right? Looking at the slideshow I was just talking about, right? We'll go back real quick. Less is more, right? If you're working really hard while the market's open, you're honestly probably going down the wrong path. This should be a more relaxed state. This is the time for you to apply everything you've learned. So is it done, at 3 a.m. at night, right? Really late, or 3 a.m. in the morning, sorry, really late at night? No, because again, like it says right there, this simply creates less sleep and poor functions during the market hours. If you're staying up really late, trying to back test a bunch, first of all, you're going to be inefficient. I promise if you just waited for the market to end the next day, you could get twice as much done rather than trying to do it all late at night before the market opens, right? It's just a simple, equation of you're sleep deprived, you're probably hungry, you are trying to force something that's just not there, you just go to bed, right? But the work is done in trading the same as an athlete, right? I want you to think of yourself as mental athletes competing to be the best, because that's what our goal is. We want to be the best, right? Maybe we're not actively trying to beat the market makers or actually be better than other traders, but we are trying to be better than ourselves, okay? So, like, when I talk about being a sorry about that. When I talk about being a mental athlete, right, this means that you are prioritizing not only, the back testing or, all the new strategies that you might be learning, right? Our training should be done at the appropriate times and in all facets. Don't put everything all in one go, right? You're not just looking to be the greatest technical analysis trader that's ever lived, because that's not going to provide profitable trades. I talked about this a couple lessons ago, that more analysis does not make you a better trader, right? So think about things more in, like, maybe you read a few of mental health books, right? Maybe you struggle with the greed aspect. Find some book that, and if it relates to trading, that's great, right? That goes over how to relieve yourself from being so focused on the money, right? If you struggle more with patience, like what we're talking today, take some time, maybe wake up early before the market opens, half an hour, and meditate for a little bit, right? Find things that you are focused on that isn't just getting a better trading strategy or making more money. Find the things that are really hurting you as a trader, and that's where the work is done. And just like an athlete, we need to make sure we are feeding ourselves at the proper time. I've heard from, popular internet celebrities that you shouldn't eat breakfast because it's going to make you hungry to, go and be better. That's not true. It's maybe for other works of, whatever fields of work. In trading, it's just not true. You need to wake up early enough to make some breakfast so you have a clear mind and get on with your day, right? You cannot be trying to function while you're hungry for more, right? We know that will not work, okay? Now, when we are trying to push our limits like athletes, again, this is not at competition, right? That's a good way of thinking what live trading is. That's our competition. We show up, we compete. If we lose, there's no redos until the next day, right? No redos until the next competition. We can only hope to do better. It's just like an athlete. They have their own rules. They know how to trade their setups, right? They know how, if they're going onto the track, they know how they're supposed to perform, and they follow that. Are they trying to do better than the other competitors? Yes. But are they trying to push themselves to exhaustion? No, because that's going to lead to their downfall in that competition. But when they are training, yes, they are pushing to pass their limits. And in this, I urge you to do the same. I see a lot of traders who wake up, trade, and then that's it. They don't put any extra effort into it, right? That's not what we want. There is a balance to this, to having more than just your technical analysis, more than just your money, but also not just showing up, trading, and then that's it, right? Finding that happy middle ground, that's where the work is done. So again, take this, think about it, think about your own habits, think about, what are you really struggling with in your day-to-day trading, right? And how can you apply that to after the market's closed, before it's late at night, and to actually get better, okay, guys? So with that being said, getting better, moving straight into it. Long-term success and what to expect. Now I'm going to get started by just reading exactly what I got in front of you, right? Success does not happen overnight. That is so important for you guys to understand. We are long-term winners whom accumulate wealth through daily repetitions. Okay, think about that again. We are long-term winners whom accumulate wealth through daily repetitions, right? This doesn't mean that, a year can pass and you trade every once in a while, and that's going to be the same as if you traded every single day, because it's not. If you trade every single day, does that mean you're going to win every day? No, because it doesn't happen overnight. You're not going to win every day. But by putting a little in, getting 1% every single day, a little bit better every day, that's where the wealth comes from. Now, again, I would say that if your goal in this is to just, be rich, if that's your only goal, right? You don't really enjoy the work, kind of annoys you, it doesn't make sense, but you think that you can get rich, in a couple of years. This might not be the career for you, right? This is not to say you cannot, or it is unlikely. However, you must be willing to trade without a care for monetary gain, otherwise you will be met with disaster. right? We should know this by now. Again, if you've been to these lessons, these last 5 weeks that I've done, including this week with week 6, I've talked a lot about how greed is the death of all things good in trading. Ego is the death of all things good, period, in my opinion. But again, what I said at first in this segment, success does not happen overnight. Being able to trade without any care for monetary gain or monetary loss is the only way you're going to see success. But then, I want to kind of help you guys understand why. Why is the act of wanting to make money so terrible for traders? And if you think about it, it's a simple matter of contradictory expectations, right? So by this, I mean we are going to be met with losses consistently. We know this. It may be daily, it may be weekly, depending on your trade frequency, maybe monthly, right? If you're taking 100 trades a day, you will take daily losses. If you're taking 1 or 2, maybe not, maybe weekly losses, right? But if your goal is to just make as much money as possible, then those losses are going to upset you, right? They just are. If you want to make money, you're not going to be happy when you lose. Or at least I should say, if your only goal is to make money, if you're not enjoying the work or anything, and you just want to make money, those losses are going to hurt. And when they hurt, you're going to look for ways to get better. And then when you do that, guess what? We're going to lead to inconsistencies. You're going to lead to trying to figure out more technical analysis. It all wraps out back to the things I've talked about in the past, guys. Everything that I bring you guys, it all comes together. I design these lessons so that they all make sense. It's not one lesson this week and then a totally different the next week, right? This should all come together to make sense. And if you're taking these notes, and some of the things I've given you, hopefully you're starting to see a pattern, right? Now, I also want to, open your eyes a little because this is something recently that, I've forgotten. Think about it this way. You have slippage. Sometimes your trade gets filled a little late. That's instant loss. Doesn't matter if that trade wins or loses. If you get slipped on a fill, you lost some money, regardless of the outcome. Commission, that happens every single time, no matter how great your entry was, you're going to lose money. Even if it was a great trade, you're going to lose some money. It's not 100% profit because commission's going to be there. And if you lose $100 and you had a $10 commission, guess what? You lost 110% of what you're supposed to. You have to factor these things in. So if you take 10 losses, that's $1,100. If you take 10 wins, that's only $1,000. You're down $100 off of something. And well, actually, it's going to happen on your winning trades too. So really, it's only going to be a $900 win and $1,100 loss. So after you're 50-50, guess what? You still lost $200. That's what I mean by if your only focus is monetary gain, you will see failure, right? It doesn't mean you can't make money. Definitely doesn't mean that you can't make a lot of money. But there has to be other motives behind it, and it's good for you to figure out what those motives are. It may be that you just don't enjoy trading, but there are still other aspects of it that can help you in your day-to-day lives, right? So again, I want to give you some little short one phrases, right, of what you should expect in trading, right? Think about these. Many losses, much frustration, profit in the long term, and consistent trades. Those 4 statements are something that you really, really have to have ingrained in your brain. Sorry, excuse me. One more time. Many losses, much frustration, profit in the long term, and consistent trades. These all combined can lead to a profitable trader with time. Again, we're talking about patience today. Time. All of this requires time. If you've been trading for a year, you're going to suck. If you've been trading for 2 years, you probably still suck. You should be getting a little better. If you've been trading for 3 years, maybe you've gotten 1 or 2 payouts. Maybe you're starting to see some consistent profits. You probably still suck. It takes a lot of time, okay, guys? So, last little bit, Q&A. If you guys have any questions, right? I did want to go over, coming up soon. I don't have a deadline on it, but I wanted to see if I could get any feedback from you guys. I'm looking at hopefully doing some pre-recorded videos that aren't live. My goal would be to keep them very short, like 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes on the long end, right? And this could be, probably not till the new year that I actually get the first one out, but I wanted to kind of get this notice out now. If I can get any of you guys any feedback on something that you would like to see, right? Because I know these live streams, I have just a little bit of time and it's all, just kind of on the fly and I'm giving information. You guys can ask me questions, but this is something where I can spend a little bit more time on and refine into a short form content. So if that's something you guys are interested in, please let me know. You're free to DM me or just leave any comments in the chats or whatever. And of course, if there's anything you specifically want to see or have questions on, send them my way. Okay? Reality, I know we got a couple, like 30 seconds or so before it all gets caught up on the live stream, but do we have any questions so far?
Nothing yet. I appreciate you, Landon. I actually told everybody this morning that you were considering doing some videos, that were actually recorded videos that you could edit and such. So everybody kind of already been heads up on that. So that's a good thing anyways. Has anybody got any questions?
Yeah.
Very, very good, Landon. Very, very good stream.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with these live streams. And I can see the view counter on the live streams. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are still watching to completion, and even if there's nobody in the Discord channel, I get it. If I had the option to watch a live stream or join a Discord channel, I'd probably just watch the live stream too. So even if you guys aren't in here, trust me, I know you're out there on the live streams or watching them afterwards. So I'm hoping that I'm getting better with these things. But I am serious. If you guys have any like bits of information that you have questions on, send them my way. DMing me is the easiest way. You can send it in the group chat or the server chat as well. Just ping me, right? Anything like that, because
also
my goal would be for Landon, the new year. My channel.
Yeah, his channel on your channel on the server, that'll work. Paul said would be interested in watching you take a trade and how it was set up. Would be educational for us all. PD said these are great, and Paul said thanks, Landon. So far,
I'll try to get in. I won't be trading tomorrow. I'm not trading on Fridays for probably the rest of this year, just the way my schedule is. But for next week, I'll try to hop into the morning live streams, and I'll stream my trades. You guys can see. You can watch me play some trades.
You could make a short video too, if that would be easier for you, Landon. Just a short video of you, taking a trade.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean I think that's kind of what he was thinking, was you were looking for video ideas, and I think that's kind of what he was thinking, was maybe show it, just talking it through as you take a trade, and then posting it. Maybe Paul, was that what you were saying? I got to wait a little bit for him to answer, but let's see if that's what he was getting.
Yeah, no, I had definitely planned on doing some videos on 2 strategies, mostly the main one I've been using for a few years now, just kind of going in depth on how the modifications I've made to it through the years, just kind of give you guys some insight onto like how you can look at a strategy as more than just, well, maybe I should add support and resistance lines. Maybe I should trade with an extra EMA, right? There's more than just the technical analysis, and a lot of it can be easily improved through risk management. Okay, I got you, Paul. Yeah, then you know what? That's something easy. I can go ahead and I'll get started working on that. I think I'll still wait to post it for the new year. Just give myself some time to really make sure that I can put some work into it. Plus, I got a lot of other stuff I'm working on, and I haven't been able to get started on the videos quite yet.
That was what Paul meant. And PD said, would you set daily goals, like amount of trades and how much to make?
I don't set. I'm very much so against setting how much to make, but I think there is a good way to set. You should set how much you are willing to risk for that day or per trade, right? And you should have in your head how many trades you're going to have for that day. These are 2 things that you absolutely should have. So in a way, yes, right? In a way, yes, you can have, okay, well, I want to make this amount and I will only lose this amount, but it's not so much I want to make $200 a day for this week. It's more so, okay, well, if I have a maximum of 3 trades in a day, and if I take 2 losses, I'm done. If I take 1 win, I'm done. Or if I take 2 break-evens, right? So the only way you can hit all 3 trades is if you do like a loss, break-even, loss, right? That's how I look at it, right? I stop after 2 break-even, 2 loss, or 1 win. Whatever happens first, then I close down my trades. But I also know that I'm only risking $100 a trade. So in my head, I'm like, okay, so the maximum I can lose on this day is $200. So that's in my head. But I also know that the maximum I'm going to win on that day is $400 because I aim for 4-to-1 R to R on all of my trades, risking $100. So yes and no. Don't set yourself up for failure by expecting to make a certain amount every day, but also have a stop loss and a take profit in your head before you start trading on how much you're going to make if it's a winning trade and how much you're going to lose if you lose that day, right?
Beautiful, beautiful. PD said, gotcha. Paul says, just like the ones that Jeff does. So he says he's on the Discord as well. Obviously, that's Paul, you know, and he's saying like the ones that Jeff does, the videos that he drops. I don't know if you've seen those before, but
I don't think so. I'll check them out. I was actually thinking of or trying to model it around the moving average. He's the only guy that I've seen on YouTube, but I don't watch much trading YouTube. But I've seen some of his videos in the past, and they're very short, straight to the point, kind of explain more than just, hey, here's a strategy, try to use it. He's one guy where I feel pretty confident he actually is a profitable trader rather than a profitable YouTube trader.
Yep. PD said, thank you. Paul said, I think it's impossible to really have a goal. It's going to depend on market and what strategy you use. Question mark. Just don't lose much. Yeah. Just don't lose much.
Yeah, have it in your head how much you're willing to lose on that day, which is your stop loss. Have it in your head what your final TP is if you get a winning trade. But don't go into the day expecting to lose. Don't go into the day expecting to win. Just know, whatever happens, how to close the trade by the end of it.
Absolutely. I agree.
All right, man. Is that all for me?
Yeah, I think so. Has anybody got any other questions? Again, Landon, I appreciate it. Love it when you do these.
Yeah, man, I'm having fun with it. I've been looking for a while, something to give me something more to do. Cooking's fun and whatnot, but this is my real passion. I like this, and I used to teach martial arts. So I have a passion for teaching, and I'm hoping that this is really information that I have yet to see in like media as far as YouTube or any courses. I've never seen somebody who is actually kind of explaining some of the topics that I've just had to learn myself or from more private just friends. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get to you guys and get it as big as possible, right? Starting with these live streams, getting it to YouTube, moving forward with it. But again, thank you guys for joining me. We'll same time next. Oh, hang on before I say anything.
PD said, man, I was going to take martial arts to help with discipline. So go ahead. What were you saying, Landon?
It's great. It's great for discipline. No, I was just going to say I will not be doing a live stream next week because it is Thanksgiving. And I'll be working the days preceding, and I'll be on vacation the days post, and on Thanksgiving Day I will actually be working about 14 hours that day in the kitchen. So it's going to be a long day.
Very nice. Very nice.
But yeah, so we'll put off for next week, but the week following, which will be December 5th, we'll be right back up and running for the foreseeable future. You guys can look forward to that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you as always, Landon.
All right. Yes, thank you guys. Give me the platform and joining me. Have a good one, everybody.
Yep. Have a great rest of your day, Landon. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate all of you showing up. And as always, guys, stay consistent out there.